another episode of Explore Maple Grove. My name is Shari McGuire, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. Today, I'm here with Terri Mattson, corporate and personal holistic wellness coach and founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. She's always been interested in wellness in some way, and currently she runs 3 miles most every day and has participated in dozens of 5K fun runs and 2 Ragnars. Thank you for joining me, Terri.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
Great. Well, it's good to see you. So first off, I have to ask, what is a Ragnar?
Yeah, that's a great question. I used to have to look that up too, even though I have a lot of experience in running. I started hearing about that. And of course, I have to say, from my daughter-in-law and other people, but it's actually long story short, a marathon run. You have teams. There's two teams. You have two different vans in your team. There are 12 people on a team, and you take your turn running. So the first van goes off, and then the second van meets where the first van ends. But as a group, it's a continual, like a 36-hour run. And so, right. So you're in this van traveling, keeping up, while the first runner gets out and they go 4 to 13 miles. And then the second runner gets dropped off and they run 4 to 13 miles and so on and so forth. So as one of 12, you take your time being dropped off and running your leg. And it's nonstop. So it's through the night. It's a lot of fun. You have to wear your headlamps and tail lights and all that, and running down the highway sometimes, and sometimes the gravel road. But
yeah, wow, that's wild. I never heard of those. And I used to do running. In fact, I did Grandma's Marathon a number of years ago, but that sounds like a lot of fun. You know, people don't realize that running can be very social.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You do a lot of bonding in the van.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's awesome. Well, that's super cool. I thought of Ragnar, the Vikings mascot, and I figured that wasn't it. So very cool. Well, why don't you start with telling us about your business?
Well, my business, Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness, is all about coaching. It started out going into corporations and doing 12-week series, half hour at a time, talking about different wellness aspects, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and same time and day every week, and just building on small changes for maximum results, helping people identify habits, make some changes in their habits, and grow from there. And then that grew into doing speaking presentations, going into companies and just speaking for an hour, being interactive and sharing handouts and ideas on how you can make these changes. And I'm also a certified holistic life coach. And so I have clients that we can meet in person. Right now, most of us are meeting virtually, and that's helping people from everything from weight loss to dealing with, right now, we've got a lot going on. So I'm seeing a lot more clients right now dealing with stress and anxiety, and just helping them uncover what's going on and helping them find the skills and the tools to move forward, to accept what's happening, find out where they're blocking, where their limited beliefs are, and helping them move forward to get where they want to be. We always start again with 12 weeks. It takes a while to open up and uncover. And then as we work towards you becoming your better self, the person you really want to be, and get you in that direction, then we continue on in some instances.
Oh, very good. I imagine the pandemic has definitely affected people.
It has. And first, everybody was just at a standstill. A lot of people didn't know what to do. And that's where you have to start learning how to write your own narrative. And if you can't do it on your own, that's where you get a coach. You bring in a coach to help you change how you view the world and how you present. Because if you're always feeling down, or your company's down and things aren't, that's not a strong leader, and that's not a good image. And so to help you recreate your new narrative and your new belief, what you believe is what you become. And so helping people turn that around and believing that it's going to be better, and they're going to be okay. They're going to be able to lose that weight. They're going to be able to be social, helping them see that so they accept it, and then they become that.
Most definitely. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Absolutely.
Henry Ford said that. So it's so true. So what led you to opening your business?
As you said, I run 3 miles almost every day. I eat well, but it wasn't always that way. I started out I was raised in a single home. My parents were divorced. We did not have a lot of money. We did not eat well. There wasn't, there's a lot of that negative that's going on in other lives. Some people look and they think, oh, look at her. She's, she does these things. Well, I do these things because I came up on the other side. So I too struggled with weight. I struggled with all those dysfunctional family issues, those sorts of things. And once you get through that and you realize how freeing that is and how much better it feels to be on the inside looking out instead of the outside, always trying to look into somebody else's world. I just wanted to share that with others. And so one small step at a time. And I find that there's a lot of people out there that need a champion in their life, need someone to help them with accountability. And I'm here for that. That is a passion, and helping people get where they want to be. Been there, done that. And it's just so rewarding. So that is what drives me to keep on reaching out and helping others.
Oh, that's awesome. So what would they say they love most about working with you in your business?
They love the sense of humor, because everything is done with a sense of humor, but they love the accountability. I think if you have seen me present, you see a different persona, but when we do our life coaching, it's always kind of that, aha, wow, this is great. You're really holding me accountable. You're really asking me those questions and you're following up. And I think that's what's good, is they realize I'm strong, and I'm going to tell you what it is and how it is. And I'm going to see what you want to do, how you plan to do it, and when you want to have it done by. And that's what I check back in on. You get to make the decisions. You get to tell me what you want. And then we work on those. And that's what my clients love, is that they get to decide what they need, when they need it. And then we set up the timelines and the guidance, and I'm there to support them all the way.
Well, that's great. People love that accountability, and yet they kind of don't either. But because they pick the goals, you can just say, hey, that's what you said you wanted. So that's a great way about doing it, I would think.
Shari, that's great, because it does happen. You hit the nail on the head. At some point it comes like, and say, well, wait a minute. When we first started, what were the 3 words that you identified with? Where is it that you wanted to go? Remember this is where we were headed. This is what we wanted. Here's where we are. Let's reflect. Mm-hmm. Now we're on a strong, solid path. And then it just helps them recommit and get pulled back in again. And, it has to come from within. You have to want this change. And we have to figure out what your why is and help you continue to bubble that up so that you never lose sight.
Most definitely. I love it. So what are your business goals over the next year?
You know what? I want to help. Actually, I'm doing a couple of retreats. So business goals are opening up to do retreats in different communities and in different corporations. I've done a couple online over this past year. Before the pandemic, I did host a few. So I want to get back to that. I want to hold at least 3 before fall, and then add a couple of more during the cooler months. Business-wise, I want to increase my client base. I've also added another opportunity when I do the wellness coaching, the life coaching. Some people that want to lose weight, they just don't want to figure it out on their own. So I've partnered with another company that I believe works well with my beliefs, Optavia. So I'm an Optavia coach now. That's for the people who don't want to or don't have time to cook, but we still teach them how to make one healthy meal a day. So starting to embed those ideas and those thoughts while they're moving through. So that was a shift for me, bringing in, but I was missing a whole group of people who really wanted to make a change, and they didn't know how. And it was too many changes at one time can be overwhelming for some people. So this was a nice fit.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, that's great. What do you love most about living in the Twin Cities?
The diversity, the opportunities, and whatever's holding you back is you. There's so many things to do, so many, I run. So I'm outside all the time, and the Twin Cities is open field for getting out there. We have so many parks. We have so many walking paths, biking paths. We have, well, hopefully the theaters are going to open back up again, but we have a huge entertainment venue. But when you think about all the things that you can do and see outside here in the cities, and I do a newsletter once in a while. I'll feature some of the things that are going on to remind people. I think we forget, we get in our habits. There's a whole world here in the Twin Cities for people to get out and do and be active and connect. And today's the first day of the rest of your life, so let's live it.
That's right. Oh, I love it. I love it. There is so much to do outside, and since we can't be inside as much as we were, might do us some good to get outside and enjoy all the beautiful parks. We have miles and miles and miles of parks around here, and trails and things. So it's a lot of fun to get out there and be in nature. Well, thank you for joining me today, Terri.
Well, thanks for having me. And you can always call, text, email. My website is very transparent. So www.beginning-today.com, fairly easy, beginning-today.com. Send me an email, my phone number, all the contact information is right in there, and free 20-minute exploratory conversation to see how I can help you personally, or if you have a company that's interested in lifting up their employees. I do group things on Zoom, of course, and in person to those who are ready for it.
Great. We'll make sure all that's in the directory explanation for you as well, to make sure people are aware of that.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Shari McGuire, Realtor with Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. And be sure to check out our local community website at exploremaplegrove.life. And if you have a business and want to be featured, just reach out to me today through the website. Take care and stay well.